Okay, this is much better. Hi, my name is Yelena, and welcome to my channel, Swimming and Living. And today I would like to talk about nose plugs, the different nose plugs there are, and how to make your own nose plug if you don't have either, if you're not able to buy it because it's too expensive for you, or if you live somewhere uh, far away where you just want to be able to use it but you don't have the time to purchase one. Anyhow, I know that somebody joined me. If you are here, comment, please let me know what you're doing here, and if you have any questions about swimming, because I would like to answer those questions tonight. Okay, so nose plugs. I do have another video that where I do talk about how to use a nose plug, and maybe I'll talk about this a little bit here too. But there are different nose plugs out there. Actually, nose clips. These are the nose clips. Here, there are plastic ones like this. There are metal ones with the silicone, and there are also plastic ones with the silicone. And also, these are the nose clips, and here's one. I haven't tried swimming with it yet, but I did try to put it on today, and that was an experience. But this is an actual nose clip. I want to stay. Okay, maybe this is better. Okay, so this is an actual nose plug. So nose clips because they close the nose, and nose plugs because they plug the nose. And let's talk about the differences and why you would use them. Okay, so these ones are the ones for the kids usually, and they are tiny, and if they are, I guess, the least expensive ones. But be careful because these ones can bruise a nose, even a little nose for a child, because they are very tight and it's impossible to adjust them because they are made as they are. And if you adjust them too much, I mean, it is possible, I guess, a little bit, but it will break, and it's going to be very difficult to make it tight again. So here, and it works like this. It's tight, but it does work for my nose here. And you know that you put it on properly by trying to breathe in, inhale through your nose. So I cannot inhale, so I know that it's going to keep the water out of my nose. If I try to breathe out, I still will be able to force the air out. So, can you hear it? Yeah. So that's not how you test it. So when you test if the nose plug is working, you do it by breathing in. Ow, my ears. So it is working, but it's tiny and it's quite hard, and just be careful when you put them on your kids' noses. Be very careful. Now here is, I do like these ones. This is a metal nose plug with the silicone here, and this one works quite well because you are able to adjust it. These ones were very inexpensive actually when I got them online, and they were very stretched out when I got them. So these ones, it's possible to squeeze them in and make them and readjust them for your nose. So you get them, you readjust them, and you put it on and see if they work for you. And once again, I'm trying to inhale the air. I can't do it, and it means that it does work. Yeah, I personally, this is a cheaper one. I personally do like the Speedos one because it has, the silicone is a little bit rougher, so it stays on the nose much better. And here is another nose clip. It is also plastic, and it does have silicone pads here. This one is not adjustable too. I mean, I guess you could make it, stretch it out a little bit, but then you cannot squeeze it back in and you can break it. So you put it on and it works. And I guess this one, I find it the most comfortable, I guess. It depends on the brand. I'm breathing it, and it also works. And this is awesome. Now, when you get in the water, I know I did talk about it in my previous video about nose plugs. Be careful because if you do prepare your face, your skin before you go into the pool, especially into chlorinated pool, or if you are at the beach and you have SPF protection on your face will be oily. So in order for the nose plug to, not nose plug, nose clip to stay on, you do have to get the stuff off, use your towel, or if I'm wearing a swimming suit or one piece, I just grab some part of it and just rub the oil off before I put the nose plug. So do be careful because online on Amazon, I looked at some comments and they said that these things don't work because they don't stay on, but they do. It's just that you do have to get rid of the oil on your nose. So there. And another one that I got is this one. This is a fun one. This is actually a nose plug. These ones are nose clips because you're putting them on and you're clipping the nose. And these ones are nose plugs, and they are called the Mermaid nose plugs. I haven't used it in the water yet, but today I tried to put it in my nose, and that was an experience. So I'm going to show you how that works. Now, when you order it, it is, let me see here. This is, oh yeah. So this is how it looks when you get it. Well, you can't see it. I guess this is a sinus. It's called Sinus Saver Nose Plugs, and oh yeah, and it's created by surfers for extreme water conditions. And I do understand why, because these ones are much easier to slide off, especially when the water hits your face really hard. Now, this one, and actually, when I did synchronized swimming and we jumped in the water head first, these things did slide off quite often. And this was one of my fears, that this thing would fall off in the competition, and that was quite scary. So that's why we always had to have a nose plug on the finger, everywhere on the suits, in order to be prepared to use another nose plug during competition. Now, this one, when you order it, you are supposed to measure your nose with Q-tips. And you know what? I actually have some, I paint here. I don't know if you can see it. This is my painting station here. And I didn't prepare the Q-tips here, but I have some dirty ones with paints. It's not boogers, not dirt, just paints. And so anyway, so when you are ordering these ones, you are supposed to see how many Q-tips you are able to stick in your nose and how many fit in your nose. So I guess let me two, maybe I guess maybe three. Let's see, maybe four. So no, I guess for me it's three. So depending on how many Q-tips you're able to stick in your nose, that's the size of these ones. I'm gonna show you how this goes in, and it is just so weird. And obviously I'm looking at myself. Look at my nostril, and this thing is much bigger. And it just kind of gets in. And I do understand why it would work for surfers, because for surfers, when they go underwater, it's important to keep the water out because they sometimes stay underwater for a long time and they need all the air they can get sometimes in order to survive. And these things are definitely much more difficult to get out. Look at that. Sound like a pro. Ah, ow, 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 ow. Ow. Ugh. Anyway, so like, I guess if I were, let's see, here. Oh, okay. So now it's hurting me on the inside a little bit. So I have to readjust it. And it stays here. So I know that when I looked online about mermaids that work in aquariums, uh, as underwater, and they sometimes use these ones because they those plugs are not as visible as this. And look at this. Oh, you see, like it's hurting me, and I'm getting the air in, and it's going in. I'm trying to help. Oh yeah, so I readjusted it, and I cannot breathe in. So it means that it will protect my nose underwater. And this is a fun one. Look at that. This is interesting, right? It looks a little bit weird, but I guess if you are a surfer and or if you're afraid that it might be kicked off your nose or punched off or something, or by a wave, this probably a nose plug would probably be the best option. Huh? Don't look at my boogers. I'll get ow, get it out and put in my tissue here. Oh my gosh, Ew. It is definitely big for the nostrils, but it is an interesting thing. I haven't. It's really cool. But let's go into making your own nose plug. I have uh, hairpins here, and they are 3 inch long. And I guess maybe when I was little, they seemed bigger. I don't know if I grew up and now they seem smaller, or maybe if you're an adult and if you could get a 4 inch nose plug, hairpin, it would be a little bit better because this is a little bit this is not as strong of a metal, but this is the only thing I could find in the store, so I'm just going with it. And for my nose, it's not too big and it's kind of, pliable, so it does work. So here you take a straight pin and you simply, the easier way, you could just kind of do this here and just use your fingers. And when I did synchronized swimming in Ukraine, in the former Soviet Union, or in post-Soviet Union, this is what we used because we did not have those cool ones. And here, okay, you see this one is quite thin here, so now it doesn't cover my nose. However, if I open it and make it wider on the sides like this, it should hold my nose. But once again, if you could get a 4 inch hairpin, it would work much better. Let's see. Yeah, you see, it does work here. And they are, what are they called? They're called tipped hairpins. Tipped. I guess I use them the U-shape hairpins. Another way to make a nose plug is to use a wire. Now the wire that I had at home isn't too strong, but actually I made a nose plug and it does work. So I created it. Here's the one that I use. I know it's mirror image, but I just use this to go ahead and create this by using pliers. So just by screwing this in and by cutting stuff off and just by shaping it a little bit. I just don't feel like cutting stuff right now, but I have the whole shebang here. If you comment and let me know that you want to know how I did it, I will. You got to comment. Okay, so this is the one I used. I don't know if you could use read it mirror image, but this is not strong enough, but it does work for my nose. And I made it this morning, and here you go. Well, I guess I have to make it a little bit tighter, squeeze it in, and yeah, it does work. See that? So this is another way to make a DIY nose plug if you don't have available anything else. You would be set. Okay, so I don't see any comments right now, so it's fine. I was happy that I finally got out on live and did another video about nose plugs. Let me see, am I forgetting anything? Maybe not. But let me know in the comments if you would like to know anything else. Am I okay? Okay. So ask me questions about swimming, and I can answer anything you would like to know. While I'm here. Now I'm thinking of doing a video on about dry land exercises for treading water, also dry land exercises for breathing, which is very important, preparation your lungs and your chest cavities for breathing in the water, so to make swimming a little bit easier. And let me know in the comments what would you like to know, because I'm writing a list of things I could do without a pool, or maybe jumping in the lake and doing some videos there. I have to edit some other things that I did with Steve. I know I had a live 2 years ago where I taught him how to do arm work for freestyle in dry land exercises. So I'm editing those right now, and maybe I will add also Akram's videos about learning or getting rid of fear of water. And I'm thinking of adding my explanations to what we are doing there. So, yeah, let me know what you want from me, what you would like to see from me. And as you know, I love to answer your questions, I love your messages, and I love seeing your involvement in my channel. And thank you very much for being here tonight and for watching this video. Now I have to figure